What's wrong with I'm lagging already. Hey, tubes. Shoulder's wrong here, tooth and budget. So something real quick. I keep seeing more and more about how they're trying to, get rid of tipping because everyone's asking for tips now. The easiest solution is just don't tip. If you don't want to tip, don't tip. All right? There's no one holding a gun to your head. If an employee demands a tip, they should be fired. That's extortion. You're not supposed to demand tips. So the problem would solve itself. If you don't want to tip, don't tip. If someone demands a tip, report them to their manager, and they will be fired. If they get rid of tips, everyone everywhere will be getting a minimum service. You get that, right? Like when you tip, it's because either the person wants the tip, so they'll go above and beyond, or you give them a tip to inspire them to go above and beyond, saying something I do. I wash cars. If I stop getting tips, not only is that like 30% of my income, but like all that's required of me is that I hose down the car and scrub the front and back. I don't need to get all the sap off. I don't need to get all the bird poop off. I don't need to get underneath your wheel wells. I don't need to get all those nooks and crannies above your back windshield. I don't have to do all that. I don't have to do any of it. And if they get rid of tipping, I'm not going to. And as far as like, they should just pay people more. They've already lowered full time down to was it like 32 hours a week or like 35 hours a week. 40 hours a week is no longer full time. They've lowered it. They just changed terms. So if they expect, like if I'm getting paid more, I'm getting less hours. So I'm making less. Anyone that lives off of tips, waitresses, bartenders, people in labor and stuff, that tip is a big part of your income. It supplies your food, it supplies your gas, and everything in the bank just pays bills. All right. If we get rid of tipping, it's gonna F up every I forget the name of it right now, but there's the jobs that people like you interact with the public. I forget the term for it right now. I always forget the term for it. But anyway, jobs like that are gonna suck. No one's gonna want to wait tables, and no one's gonna want to pay someone $20 an hour to wait tables. No one should be demanding a tip. If you come in when your car is completely covered in bird poop, I'm not going to ask for a tip. If you don't tip, I'm going to hit the trouble areas, but I'm not going to make sure you're good to go before you go through. Tough shit. But if you throw me a couple bucks, you're going to come out the other side pristine. There's no plan. There's no deal for that. There's no buttons you press. If you pay more for the car, it's all the same prep. If they eliminate tips, no one will get good service anywhere. You eliminate that incentive, and people are like, oh, blah 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 blah. Yeah, in the business world, it's called a bonus. If you do well, and you come in under budget and you do everything you're supposed to and you do a really good job, you make more money. It's called a bonus. All right? Outside the business world, if you're a poor person, those tips are your bonus. That's your incentive to work harder and work better. If you eliminate that, it's going to be a shit show. You think customer service is bad now? Imagine if there's no incentive. Imagine if everyone just makes the same amount of money regardless of how nice they are, how well they take care of you. If no one's going to go the extra mile, they might for a little bit, but then they're just going to get burnt out. I'm still going to if they eliminate tips, I'm still going to take care of my regulars. But if you come in with a completely thrashed car, I'm wetting it down, scrubbing the front and back, and sending you. All right. As far as, all these now we got fast food people like demanding tips and all this stuff, just don't tip them. And if they refuse to give you the, like, I've seen videos of can't get too specific, I'll get in trouble, but people demanding tips while like working at McDonald's or something, and like refusing to give the food because they didn't tip. You see a lot of these delivery people. They'll deliver pizza and like, only $5. I only got $5. That's $5 extra, my dude. All right, you already get paid for your hourly. You know. Other fact, like, delivery is a great job. You get to like hang out in your car, smoke weed, smoke cigarettes. You do whatever you want, just as long as you're not like working for Amazon or something, or they're or the it really any union gig where they're just monitoring you the whole time. But yeah, it's like an easy gig. Don't expect a tip. Don't expect a tip. And if someone demands a tip, that's wrong. That's incorrect. You tell them. You're not supposed to do that. That's not how this works. If they continue to fight you on it, okay, go above their head. This young lady right here won't give me my food until I tip her. You need to take her out of the window or get rid of her, because it's bad for you. She's hurting business. Do I like to go Karening and like get people's jobs taken away? No, of course not. I've been homeless. I lived in my car for years. I'm not about to go around taking people's jobs. That would suck. But people need to learn. There needs to be repercussions. And a lot of these kids, they've never had repercussions. If you watch like police cam videos, you see these kids in their 20s, up to 30s now, and they've never been checked. They've never had someone that they respected, tell them what's up. Maybe they've never respected anybody, But this is what happens when kids don't have parents, You see this crap. This was a football player said that what do you say? More women should want to be homemakers. Yeah, they should, because what are we working for? We get into a relationship with a woman, and it's just like living with a dude, except they go through way more toilet paper, and you get to have sex with them occasionally. What's the payoff? You're not getting a life partner. You get a roommate that like smells nice, hopefully. Like, you can't have a society where like everyone's an atheist. Here's the future. You're living to work. You're making just enough to live in a box, and there's no incentive. Look, it's not working out for China. Look what's going on in China with the let it rot movement and the laying flat movement. You can't give people zero incentive and tell them they have no future and not even an afterlife. There's no point. What's the purpose in anything? I'm a little off topic, but I'm lagging out again. It's just really stupid. I see where it's going. And we will all suffer, all right? It's up to you. If you don't want to tip, don't tip. If you think someone deserves a tip, throw them a tip. I've tipped people, and they've been like, "Oh, thanks for the $2," and it's like, well, then fuck you. All right. Excuse my. I think I'm far enough in to swear, but it's like, all right, then I'm never throwing that person a couple bucks again. All right, whatever. But that's it's up to the consumer, and it should always be up to the consumer. That's part of freedom. It's part of liberty. If you want to smoke cigarettes till you die of lung cancer, that's up to you. That's your freedom. If you don't want to tip anyone a cent ever, that's up to you. You'll probably never get good service. You'll never get a good table, because here's this prick. But that's not extortion, Like you should tip at a restaurant, because your waitress or your waiters, like they're if they're a good waiter or a good waitress, they're keeping an eye on you. They're making sure your drinks are full. They're coming like, oh hey, I saw you needed more napkins. They're taking care of you. They're not getting paid for that. That deserves compensation. All right. If you haven't had your car washed in 2 years and you bring it in and I clean the hell out of it, You know, it would be nice to, because I'm not making above, like, I'm not getting paid extra to get, all that stuff on your car getting sprayed back in my face. All right. I'm not getting paid extra for that. But you can't, they're setting these rules that are just like, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. You can't just set these blanket rules, because everything, I mean, if the law itself is even up to interpretation. Two people can be arrested for the same thing. One could be let off and the other can be sent to jail for 20 years. All right? It's the justice system is already flexible. So don't act like it isn't. So setting these bullshit rules that, it's supposed to, if we're doing that, how about we have a flat tax? How about everyone just pays 5% tax? Oh, never going to happen because you need the IRS as a threat? Yeah. So stop acting like you care, It's just like, it's like they're going to come up with these bullshit stories and these fake pundits and these fake articles about people saying, oh, like how these articles, like everything will suck and you'll love it. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. You'll eat bugs and it'll be great. You can tell us all day that it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, but we know it isn't. Stop lying to us. All right? This whole anti-tip thing is going to F up everything. All those jobs that you have to deal with people and you're like waitering, goodbye. See you later. You want to refill your water? You're now gonna have to walk up to a desk and be like, "Hi, hello, I'm at table 15. Me and my family needs more water. Maybe some napkins. Can I please have napkins? No napkins? Okay. Water at some. Okay. Someone will get there at some point. Okay. Thank you. That's how it's gonna be. And like I already said, they've already lowered full-time hours. So if they're forced to pay us more, we're all just going to get less hours. And so we're going to get less money. All right? People like me, I need overtime and I need tips. Otherwise, I can't pay my bills. All right? If I'm not working 50 hours a week and, getting in, $15, $20 a day minimum in tips, I'm hurting. And that's just how the economy is. I would have to make around $40, $50 an hour to like live on my own and have an apartment and all that stuff. All right, I'm not bringing in friggin' 10 grand a month. That's not happening. We're talking gross, not after taxes. But anyway, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's just not. I could see where it's going. And it's gonna be bad, and it's gonna be especially bad for me because if when you come in and I do a really good job washing your car on a slow day, and you give me $10, you just bought me dinner. That's how that works. I can now eat tonight. Thank you. Anyone writing these articles and thinking this stuff is just not living how most people are living. We're struggling by design. Don't take more away from us. It's so stupid. So to end my thesis here, if you don't want to tip, don't tip. If an employee attempts to extort a tip out of you, let management know that they're doing it. Whip out your cell phone and record them doing it and being like, hey, last night I tried to get food and this girl would not give me the food unless I gave her a $5 tip after paying, like $20 for fast food because fast food isn't cheap anymore. Do you remember when fast food was the cheap option? You get like a taco for like 89 cents. Do you remember that? Do you remember when you can get a cheeseburger for like 79 cents? Yeah, now, there's like $3. Was it like $8 for a Big Mac? Why even bother? Anyway, off topic again. Don't want to tip, don't tip. someone goes above and beyond and you think they deserve a tip, tip them. If someone attempts to extort a tip out of you, report them to their management, not the state. Report them to people that matter. Don't go on the internet and be like, oh, this bitch. No, take the little video you made, go inside the building. If it's closed that night because it's after 11 or whatever, go in the next day or the day after, whenever you get a free chance. Be like, hi, can I speak to the manager, please? So this happened to me the other night, and they'll know the girl, and the problem will fix itself. It's buyer beware. That used to be a saying. Before, the customer is always right, it was buyer beware. Let's go back to buyer beware. We can't have this like knuckleheads running the show. I don't know. It's all going to crap anyway. I don't know. I'm just trying to hold on to what little I got. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. I don't know. Love you guys. Sorry for the F-bomb. Have a beautiful day and God bless you.